And welcome to round 3 of the Game Closet Store Championship Turn-Up. We actually have our own Bobby, who is doing commentary with us, going to commentate his own match against one Mr. Mike.
This is very weird.
It's going to be weird, but at the same time, now because he always is very critical of himself when he plays, so it'll be interesting to see him when he has even more perspective about what he did, and he can comment and say what he feels like he should have done differently. So this is round 3, and welcome to Ursa Squadron.
I'm Bobby.
And this is Blake.
And I am JJ, also known as Drop of the Hut.
So Mike's running the Jerry's Junkyard or Jerry's Kids or Fairship Rebel, which is Biggs at PS5 with R4D6 integrated, Jess Pava with the EPT droid R2D6 adaptability, pattern analyzer and integrated, so she's a 4. Captain Rex just naked at PS4, and then Braylon, who says that he can roll, if he rolls a hit or a crit after executing a maneuver, he can remove a stress token. So with Stress Bot, Gunner, and Alliance Overhaul. So basically he's trying to double stress you, and then he can do a green and then roll off both stress, and then you're sitting there without actions.
So of the people besides Bobby, who has obviously flown this list as you're seeing right now, who else has actually flown against? I have not flown against Mike when he flies this list, so I have seen him fly it plenty of times, and I'm kind of happy I have yet to fly him in a tournament when he flies this list. What do you think about it, Blake?
Oh, Rebel Junkyard?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. I hate Captain Rex.
Yeah, that is one question I do have. Is there any upgrade that's really worth putting on Captain Rex? I think Captain Rex is fine just as a naked ship, and that's very rare that I find a ship that I'm like, fine naked.
Oh, no, I just hate him on a personal level.
Oh, well, yeah, because you hate happiness.
Suppression fire! So every ship on Mike's list, the Jerry's Junkyard, is essentially usually a first kill priority. Like Jess with her rerolls in the Swarm hits super hard, so you want to take her out so that she can't, punch holes in you. Braylon with a Stress Hog kind of ruins any Ace's day. Captain Rex with Suppression Fire, makes it hard for you to hit back. And then Biggs, obviously, is Biggs. Nobody likes him. So when you put them all together into a list, it makes it hard to actually know who to kill. I'm still not sure who you're supposed to kill first in this list. Other than, I guess, Biggs.
Well, I guess technically you should say who you should kill second.
Well, I guess second.
Yeah.
I mean, you could torpedo around Biggs if you really want to.
Nah, play hard mode. Have to kill Biggs last.
Right.
Exactly.
So my list is Fen Rao with Atani Mind Link because
You need a crutch.
Because I need a crutch.
You need a crutch.
I'm not good at this game. So Atani, Concord Dawn, Tidal Authoress, and then a Plasma Torpedo. Palob with Atani, TLT, and then Manaroo with Atani, Proton Torpedo, Boba Fett, R4 Agromech, Chips, and then EMP.
So I know that I see you put the Boba Fett on there. What was your primary targets that you were targeting with Boba Fett throughout the tournament?
So Boba Fett was there because I knew that some people like to run Kylo Ren on Decimators, and so it was a way for me to essentially get rid of Kylo Ren or Vader crew off of a Decimator. It's also a way, if there's a Miranda, I can get rid of either Sabine or TLT or Advanced Slam, something like that, to take care of Mirandas.
Why would you ever want to get rid of any of those things on Miranda? What has she ever done to you?
She's murdered me before I got to move, and it wasn't fun.
Fine.
In all fairness, you murdered my Miranda before she ever got to shoot, so I think y'all are even.
Yeah.
So Mike came here in the 3 bank, and Fen Rao is sitting at essentially range 3 of Rex and can't hit Biggs right now, so shooting outside the rock.
Well, I mean, it's only 4 dice defense. I mean, it's no big deal.
Yeah, that's it.
So
spend the token.
Spend the focus.
Spend the
not
token,
care about
yeah.
what you did. Whatever.
Yep. Thank you for shooting at Rex first, though.
I mean,
I appreciate that.
It was the only shot I had, but yes, also.
Point of order, by the way, if no one else notices, you can almost see he rolled the perfect defense against you there, and funny enough, you have the finger rock right in front of Rex, telling you exactly how he felt about that shot.
Because Rex is a jackass.
He is.
Straight
now,
up.
So,
here's the funny part. I feel like the suppressive fire might be coming down this turn, too.
most definitely is probably going to kick in this turn. So Paleb's TLTing back on, I think it was Jess or Rex right there. It didn't matter. Nothing happened.
Now, I am worried about next round because...
For who?
For Captain Rex, just because knowing the movement dials of all those different ships, I feel like no matter what he does here, he's not going to be in a good spot formation-wise.
Right.
Just because of where he stuck himself behind the rock.
So he's definitely going to hit that rock no matter what. There's no way that
Absolutely.
he can go. And then I guess it looks like Mike's trying to split the gap through those rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Rex is definitely going to have to eat it. So who's shooting now? Rex is outside. So.
Oh, so is he actually firing on Fenn here?
So Rex, I think, is going to shoot. Let's see.
I think he is.
Yeah,
okay.
Rex is shooting Fenn to get the suppression fire going. He doesn't care if he actually hits, probably, because
Look, there's one.
it's range 3, so all the things.
Yep. Got it right there.
But yeah, he got the token, which is the main reason that Rex is in the list. Isn't to do damage; it's to get the suppression fire.
Mhm.
It's to say, stop hitting me so hard.
Yes, hit me slightly less hard.
Yeah, I was about to say this weird little list that I've come up with actually with the new Wookiee gunship plays with Rex and with Biggs, and I already hate myself for making it.
That sounds not fun. Okay, so Jeff's reroll is 2 hits, and Palob, it looks like, is dodging out. And then Braylon is outside, so no stress from Braylon.
All right.
So at this point, when you're looking at where he's stacked up, knowing that he's going to run over that rock and things like that, he could mess up his arc. What are your thoughts right now about where your plan of attack is? What angle do you want to dive in on?
So my plan was to throw a block with Manaroo and then basically bail out with Palob because I've got TLT, so I don't need to be pointing my arc in. So if I can get Manaroo to throw a block, maybe I can knock 1 or 2 of them onto a rock and definitely mess up the formation.
Sure.
It's easy to get back in formation if your ships are angled 45 degrees or 90 degrees from each other all the time, but once you bump, all of a sudden it makes it hard to keep them close together.
Correct.
And then Fenn, since I kind of know where they're going to be, I can come in and try and get an angle on some of them and not take... basically with Fenn, I just don't want to take shots from Braylon.
Makes perfect sense.
And it looks like Braylon has to bank in, like do a 3-bank through those rocks to clear it, so... with Fenn, I can probably do some kind of like hard turn and barrel roll to make sure that I don't get shot.
Gotcha. Okay. It's a pretty bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
So is this the first time you went up against Junkyard?
Let me turn this up a little bit so you can hear a little bit. Is that going to mess with the...
I got an eye on the equalizer.
Something like that.
It's negligible.
What?
It's negligible.
Sorry, Blake, what were you saying?
So this is your first time going against the Junkyard list, or have you played against it before?
I think this was actually the first time I'd ever played it. I helped Mike build the list because just knowing how he plays and knowing how he likes to fly, I recommended that he play something like this. He'd mess around with it, but I'd never actually played against him with it.
And we know what monster you created after that.
Yeah, and Mike actually, spoiler alert, went on to finish top 4 in our store championship. He finished, I think, top 8 before.
And
he had a range ruler already.
In this one? Yes. No, at the store championship down in Temple, I believe. Yeah, he top 8'd that one, if I remember correctly.
So he got a range ruler there, and then he got top 4, so he got the short ones.
Yep.
And now he's 2. I think he gave one of the long ones away because why hoard acrylics?
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say I got my first long one, so now I got to get the short ones.
Yeah.
And the plaque.
They're fun.
And the plaque.
Never won a store championship. Never got a plaque.
Well,
they're supposed to be nice.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
I was about to say the only Waco player that's ever won a store championship, I believe, is Jacob, isn't it?
And then he retired promptly afterwards.
Well, I mean, and do we all remember what he flew to win that store championship? I do.
Regen Po.
He ran Regen
against Palpaces.
Yeah.
Was that what it was? Because I could have sworn it was Triple K Wings.
He was running Paul Heaver's Worlds list, wasn't he?
Yeah, he ran Paul Heaver's Worlds
list. The Z and Poe and Stress Bot and TLT.
So yeah, Braylon 3 banks here.
I still find it funny for our store championship. We were all playing for effectively a 1-round bye to regionals, which wouldn't be much larger than the actual store championship we played in, probably.
I mean, most of the Texas store regionals are over 100 people. So
yeah, they're really big.
I thought they said last year was like 85 or something like that.
I didn't go to either of them because it was the same time as the Mustafar System Open. So we went to that.
Yeah, we chose that. Obviously, there's the evidence on the board.
Oh yeah. Like Blake bought a mat. I also bought a mat and then sold mine on eBay to pay for the entire trip.
Hey, if it works, man.
Yeah. So Manaroo does a 4 straight there, and actually makes it. Surprisingly, I wasn't expecting that. I did that more just to get in the way.
Yeah, because right now it feels like there is a whole lot of bad coming his way.
So I magnetized the Hawk, but it's kind of back heavy, so it's generally pointing straight up into a dive, which is, hard to tell which
Yeah,
one it is.
I still need to invest in magnets because I get so annoyed with stuff, and I think my dash is about to break, so I might need to.
What was that? Oh, that was me asking Mike if I could check the Fenn dial, if it was okay with him. Which Mike's cool enough to let me do that. He said no.
That's his problem. He's being too lenient with
I
you.
know, he's being way too nice.
It's okay. If there's one thing that's okay, is always flight casual, gentlemen.
So because I didn't bump here, I actually got a barrel roll action, so I can make life a little bit harder even, because I know that Jess is probably coming around. So one of the problems that a lot of newer players, and I guess even medium players with swarms do, is especially when they're different pilot skills, I know where every other ship in Mike's formation is going about, because that first ship tips off where the entire formation is going. So knowing that, especially if there's a guy that moves during the middle of your swarm, you need to kind of mix it up a little bit. You can actually set up some head fakes that way by having a guy go one direction and having everybody else basically go off of, you can tip your hat the wrong way. So that's a block on Jess, and I think I got him on the rock, but I'm not sure.
You threw him the finger.
I put him on the finger. You know what? He put the finger there, so.
And now here's the crazy part. I'm almost thinking you're going to put two people on the finger this round. I'm pretty sure you just threw him the double. But I am very disappointed in this map. I mean, yes, we have the finger, but the most hit rock in all the game was not there. Where's the mustache?
the Lil Nubbin mustache?
The mustache.
Well, I actually like the really big ones, because that way I know where they are and they don't sneak up on me like the mustache.
You're talking to the guy who plays nothing but freaking
mustache.
What you call it, debris.
Yeah.
All I fly is debris because I just don't want to not have shots. I don't care. Oh wow, he actually did a good job of clearing the finger.
He actually I only got one of them, and then obviously the bigs one, which because I blocked his Jess. But Rex and Jess didn't take any damage from the rocks, or I guess Jess took one, or maybe that was from the TLT earlier.
And I feel like you're probably out of range for bigs for that TLT. So are you going to be popping on Rex here, I assume?
I think I was trying to either nail Rex or Jess at this point in time.
Yeah, because I feel like you want to get Rex off the table for no other reason than that way he stops shutting you down.
Right. The suppression fire gets pretty annoying. My main target, honestly, was to kill Braylon first, because if Braylon's off the board, Fenn can almost solo the rest of the list.
Now, my question is
roll right in between them.
Yeah. Is Biggs within range 1 here? Do you remember?
Of who?
Of Rex.
Of Rex.
I don't remember. I think he was. It's like right on the line, but I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah. I think I just wanted to kill Biggs at that point in time anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
So the reason for the barrel roll is, on my previous position, there was only one way out, which was to bank up towards the top left corner, which was kind of obvious. So doing a barrel roll now, I have two basically places I can go without getting super blocked with Fenn, so it makes him a little less unpredictable for the next turn. And thankfully, because of Atani, he still gets focus tokens and all that stuff. Yeah, so he's shooting Rex and suppression fire. Oh no, he's shooting Biggs.
He's shooting
so
Biggs.
Suppression fire. I'll also admit, a lot of times when I play against Biggs, I just assume I have to shoot him no matter what each time. I forget that I can shoot other people if they're not in range, and so I just my brain kind of fries on itself.
It happens.
It's 4 dice
for a one hitter.
So that was Biggs into Manaroo, I think.
Yes.
And then TLT, yeah.
Okay, so TLT did have to target Biggs.
TLT into Biggs.
Yeah, I have to. So Biggs is out of shields right now.
Plink.
Looks like he dodges that one.
No, he didn't dodge.
He did not?
Yeah.
Where's the card?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I
Oh,
got
wow.
it.
That was double blanks, it looks like.
Yep. He might have dodged that one.
He might have.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's got 2 hull left plus the droid. So Manaroo. We also mixed up who shoots first because of all the crossed over pilot skills.
Gotcha.
We did that a couple times all fully. if I remember correctly. We're really bad at this game.
It's okay. We're in Waco. We have the better game store, so we're good with it. Be jealous.
It popped integrated. Okay.
Yeah. There was a crit in there, I think, so he had to dump it because it wasn't worth taking.
But I mean, getting to pop off the integrated this early is really helpful for the long game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're on the second round of combat, and I've got him down to 2 without the droid. Usually, you want Biggs to shoot, 2 or 3 times, and before he totally dies. So, you're winning if he only shoots once.
Yeah, that's why with that new Wookiee gunship, you just put selflessness on top of it and just make your opponent hate life.
Just give Corrin and Miranda an extra 10 hit points of life.
Well, no. What's crazy is that I was fooling with the list because I wanted to do it with Rex too.
All right, there we have that was the direct hit. Yeah.
Boom, boom. Yikes.
Somebody lived the dream.
Yep.
Hey.
Wait, was that from Rex?
That was from Rex. The TIE Fighter hit.
Not only does he make you hate life.
That doesn't make sense because I would have had the. I guess that was, yeah. I guess I whiffed the roll. No, that was from Jess. That had to have been from Jess. Or was Jess on the rock?
No, Jess is on the rock.
Okay, so that was from Rex.
Yeah,
that was a TIE Fighter.
Complete jerk.
Complete jerk. Yeah, the suppression token's still on there, so yeah, it was from. Had to have been from Rex. So yeah, the TIE Fighter hit Fenn. A TIE Fighter hit Fenn at range 1 inside arc, with all the dice.
See, Finn's overrated.
And dropped a direct on him.
And dropped a direct.
Get wrecked.
TIE Fighter OP.
Only Captain Rex. He needs a nerf.
I know.
He should have put Sabine on there just so he could drop a bomb just as he leaves, just to
Just
ruin him. Just insult, suck on it. How you feeling?
200 height drop cluster mine.
Oh no, he's just gonna drop like a freaking not cluster, but the one of the reveals.
Oh yeah, drop a proton and just
drop a proton, get ionized, take an extra one with Sabine, take 2, go away, Fenn. No one likes you anyway. There is something always very satisfying when you have Sabine and it lets you kill Fenn before he even moves. It's a very good feeling to have inside.
I've never felt good about that, but usually I'm on the other side.
Yes, I understand.
So if you're Mike, I guess, in this situation, do you bail out your formation, break Biggs and Braylon down towards the right edge of the board, or do you try and flip everybody around and stuff?
Well, I feel like this list is kind of a meme list anyway, and you kind of have to play to what the meme is if you want it to work effectively. Because individually, the ships themselves, while yes, they're all kill targets to say the least, I don't feel like by themselves they're going to be able to handle any kind of focus fire.
Right. Jess needs to stay close to people so she gets all her rerolls on both offense and defense.
Right.
My feeling with Jess is you actually need to leave her till last because she gets weaker the later in the game it is. Because by the end, if it's just her, she's just a PS3 T70 without the rerolls. As opposed to at the beginning where she gets to always get 3 hits or 4 hits and always get
reroll her defenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing about this particular list that I don't like is with it having so many PS4 and below, you have ships that there is a chance Biggs could, if they get ace the first round of combat, which is not likely, but isn't impossible. I mean, you could be in a lot of trouble.
Right. I think the reason for going to 4 with Jess is so that it was to beat. I think I heard Jerry Russell talking about for Worlds, he wanted to get above contracted scouts because people at Worlds, they thought we're going to run a lot of Fenn plus 2 boats or Fantastic Beasts or however you want to call it. So that way they could essentially take out a boat before it's shot. All right, so Manaroo just self-bumped everybody right there and did like a 1 straight. And just does the 4K.
So he's breaking up the band right here.
So he's basically targeting everybody on the Manaroo at this point in time, it looks like.
Did he K here?
Yeah, he did the flip.
Now, Jess's ability is range 1 to 2, or is it just range 1?
Range 1. Any friendly ship gives her an
she's
extra
formation flyer.
Yeah, she's got to stay tight. She's one of the best ships, though, if you like to play that sort of game.
Yeah.
Because you're guaranteed maximum hits and maximum evades every time if you're in a formation.
Yeah.
See, now I think I don't know. I think it would have been better if Mike just would have just one straight, or instead of pulling out with Braylon like that, just turn into the middle of the map again. Bump Jess, they keep the formation together, and you can kind of wait for. In my mind, Palob's the weakest link out of everybody. So, and he's coming right through there, so you can focus fire on him, get Palob out of the way, free up your ability to focus, and everything like that. Take Alpha TLT.
Right. I mean, I think you kill Palob first in this list. I've been running this list for a few months since Mustafar.
So no, I haven't actually flown against this list. What is Palob's ability?
So Palob says at range 1 to 2, at the start of combat, he can steal one green token off of either a focus or evade. So a green token off of one enemy, and he gets to take it. So the strength is that with Atani, if he takes a focus token,
it spreads.
Anybody else doesn't have a focus token, they get one too.
He's horrible to play against. he forces you. You're either going to lose your token or you're going to take actions you don't necessarily want.
Makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to murder the crap out of Palob.
Yeah, you have to kill Palob first, because otherwise your target locking is your only action, or barrel rolling, or boosting. You can't focus or evade, because I played Blake with X7 defenders, his deltas, and they couldn't take the evade because you're basically giving Palob a free
evade
hit point. So it makes everything that's defensive just it just weakens everybody, both offensive and defensively.
Oh god, the defender stealing a defender and evade, and then giving everybody an evade token.
No, only he gets the evade.
But thankfully,
yeah.
This started with me trying to figure out how to give everybody an evade token. Was how the list started, and then I realized it wasn't fully possible.
And then you read the card.
And then I read the card, basically.
RTFC, you said. RTFC.
Basically. So.
It's amazing how good cards are until you reread them twice.
I know, right?
Until you read them the first time.
Reading so
I agree.
So
I like to judge what they do just off the picture.
The other thing that this list is good at is I put EMP on Manaroo to handle essentially this scenario, and if like a Fenrau gets in range 1, but because Manaroo's ability is also to pass tokens at range 1, I can get a free measure ahead of time to see if anybody on my team is within range 1. If they are, I pass them tokens. If they're not, I can potentially EMP. So it kind of gives you a cheap free read ahead of time without cheating fully.
You mean kind of like the totally fair thing to do when it's like, I'm going to check for target lock to that guy. It's definitely like range 7.
I mean, I really do want to pass tokens if I can, but
No, I totally understand. No, I always something.
Who is shooting?
Who is shooting? I think
it's Biggs, because Fenn can't shoot. Oh no. Oh, it's Palob. Because we forgot initiative order. I think, unless I took initiative, I don't know.
It seems like you did take initiative from what I remember.
Okay. Yeah, because I moved before his 4s. My Manaroo moved before his 4s. So yeah.
Correct, yes.
We actually got initiative order right this time. So yeah, Biggs is shooting back. And Biggs is down to 1. I couldn't get a simultaneous fire on him. Or a simultaneous fire kill type situation.
And it looks like it's obstructed. Was it obstructed?
I can't tell. I think it's just range 3. Yeah, it was obstructed. You're right. I'm throwing 4. So yeah, got it. And Palob's only lost a shield at this point in time.
Yeah.
Oh, just a thought for future reference,
And then EMP. So Manaroo's dropping the EMP here. Sorry.
Gotcha.
And what that does is it basically ionized Mike's entire list. And Manaroo also.
Oh, no.
I didn't have enough ion tokens to give to Manaroo. But yeah. So Mike's checking to see if I have Palob, but I already knew that because I couldn't pass tokens like I initially wanted to.
Makes sense.
What were you going to ask me?
No, I was going to say, just because right now you're using the GoPro, if we ever do upgrade on the camera, what you could do is you can keep the GoPro and just do a dice box.
Oh, yeah, dice cam. That'd be a good idea. So this is Jess, I think. Oh, no, that was Rex. Because Jess would have thrown 4. So, yeah, Rex shot Manaroo, missed that, and then she's throwing, looks like 3 hits.
Can't quite tell, honestly.
So 2. Yeah, so 2 shields off of Manaroo there.
So if you keep running this list, are you going to see if you can make room for a pulse ray shield on Palob? Or?
So I'm dropping I guess I can say this because I'm not good enough that people will actually build against me. But I'm dropping proton torpedoes and Boba Fett off of Manaroo.
Are you changing over just to the Bump Master?
I'm thinking, yeah, I am sort of. My debate is between EMP or the rig cargo chute. No, it is. It's a Cad Bane instead of Boba Fett and then a Prox Mine. And the reason you want a Prox Mine with Cad Bane instead of cluster mines is because he makes you re-roll blanks and eyeballs, and because Prox Mines you roll 3 and crits count, you have a slightly less damage output than a cluster mine, but you have I think it was a 50% chance of rolling a crit basically, and so you can do a little bit more damage that way.
That's fair, but I mean at the same time when you think about it, you're just going to put out the bomb mapper anyway, so you don't care. You're just like, I'm just put all this out here, and how do you feel about this?
Oh, I hate the bomb mapper.
Honestly, I think the hype on that's just going to be... It's going to end up not being as scary.
The bomb mapper's not the problem. It's the Deadeye Skirgs with homing missiles.
Well, that's going to be one thing. Yeah,
I'm not going to play in the tournament probably for the next month for the rest of Store Championships just because I just don't want to deal with...
Don't be scared to change.
I'm very scared of change.
Okay, well, if I can find a way to play in Arizona, looking to play in Prescott, maybe steal one back for Texas at the end of my vacation. If I'm able to pull it, I'm going to show you that I'm going to go in there with Dash Miranda, play against a bunch of people playing like 4 TLT aggressors and all these other things that are making my life terrible and still come up with a championship.
I hope, I wish you the best of luck.
I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to make that tournament, and... to be honest, this probably won't be on YouTube before the tournament's even over, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, Prescott, I may be coming for you, buddy.
Nice. So Mike didn't need to set dials this
time.
Yeah,
we're about to watch a whole lot of one straight.
His whole
so for those of us who don't know what
and
dial
for Braylon,
what does that do?
It's a non-revealed dial, so you can't drop bombs out the back. You can't drop revealed bombs because you didn't flip a dial. And it's a 1 white forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think EMP might be one of the best cards in the game right now because you can control people's lists so well.
Can't argue that.
I don't think that one hit.
I will lie. I won't lie though. I feel like black market slasher tools gets no love it deserves.
Oh, I thought that was going to be much bigger than it actually turned out to be.
It's been great for me.
People stopped playing push the limit aces, and so then they were kind of like the counter to that, and then people didn't play push the limit aces.
Well, I think at the time, like when that came out, was also when like the X7 Defenders came out, so you didn't really need the push the limit.
Yeah, because I had the black market slice tools in this tournament and in the store championship itself, and over the course of we played 9 rounds or 10 rounds between the two.
Sorry.
Because we played 4 rounds this tournament, right?
Yeah, this was 4.
We played 5.
Yeah, 5, so 9.
So over the course of 9 rounds, I dealt 6 damage on black market slasher tools on my dash. And so it still worked out really well for me.
I think it's a good card, especially for 1 point. It's, I guess, what are you giving up? It's not just the points, but also like the slot, you know? So
yeah, the options
some people
I had
swear by the cargo chute, by the poop chute,
or
and I love EMP because I like to control.
I only had 1 point to play with, so it was either going to be the black market, the poop chute, or it was going to be burnout slam.
Burnout slam. Okay.
And I felt like burnout slam was fine, but I couldn't really. There was never a time that I would have been able to afford not shooting. So I felt like just if they want to get my halo up.
Especially with a 2-ship list, you don't want to give up a shot.
And forcing my own blinded pilot, especially when one of the other ships already slams as well. Yeah, I don't know if we're playing that game.
Right.
I don't know. I think the EMP is a better choice than the poop chute.
EMP. So the guys with the poop chute also tend to run ion projector and intel agent on their Manaroo, and so they know where you're going. They can stay in front of you, and then they can stress you, and you can never clear it because it's a white move. So basically, you can ion people off the board. That way, especially if they're large bases, because you can basically control their entire movement. It's really easy to block.
And also EMP costs what, 3 or 2?
2 points. It's a one-time use. I was experimenting with EMP and Scavenger Crane on Asajj. Asajj can stress them, drop the EMP, and then use the crane to pick it back up. But I found that I was usually in scenarios where, because you don't get to attack, and you want Asajj to actually do damage also.
Makes sense.
It was kind of a tough decision. I also suck with Asajj and hit every rock on the board, so.
See, that's why I fly dash, because then I have to worry. Oh, I hit a rock. No, I didn't.
It's like, I'll just barrel roll off this thing.
So who's shooting here? Is it Fenn?
Palob.
No, Palob. Palob's probably shooting Biggs.
There's a Big.
Yeah, so
Yep.
Biggs.
And
That's
there goes
a dead
Biggs.
Biggs is dead.
Biggs is dead.
Yay, Biggs
I
is
did not
dead.
see that coming.
Nobody knew that Biggs was going to die
I didn't
first
know
on
this was
this
going to
board.
happen.
So this was a scenario where like EMP worked out better than anybody could, or I could have imagined it. I got all 4 ships on his squad.
If I could find a way to shave just even 1 point off of either Miranda or Dash, I would really rather run the EMP.
Oh yeah.
But just because the idea of EMPing somebody or EMPing the team when you're getting chased down by
there goes
Dash
Biggs.
sounds so hot.
Biggs has sounds
Yep.
fire.
Didn't land anything on it.
And then 4, so that'd be Manaroo next, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
If
'cause-
you have the initiative,
yeah,
so it
'cause
should be
I've been
Manaroo
running
next.
before, So Manaroo will shoot. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Manaroo's shooting Jess. I don't know if that's the right call. I probably should have gone after Rex, but it was range 1, so I think I was trying to set up like the torpedo maybe. Or I remember. I was trying to get the target lock so I could pass it to Fenn the next round, so Fenn could shoot Jess with a target lock and a focus and still have like a boost. Because Fenn's gonna 2-hard the next turn. Like that's pretty obvious to everybody. And Jess is shooting back and gonna hurt all things, so that's
So is that your goal now with Braylon being so far out of position? Just focus fire on Jess. Get her off the board.
Try and clear Jess off the board because she's the closest one. She's in the worst position of any of them. Braylon's bailing out, and it's hard for, especially with the stress token, it's hard for arcs to come back around.
I mean, he does
they
have the ability to
back arc.
shed it. Like he
Right.
can still do 2 hards and
Yeah.
still potentially get rid of it. But
Right, but he can't do the K turn right now. So,
no.
it makes it a little tougher. And then Palob, I like to use Palob just kind of to skirt the edge and pop people with TLT. I don't use Palob's ability that much, but it's kind of
You
more
just
of
use it for a deterrent.
it's a mental deterrent,
Yeah,
so it allows me
I-
to control spaces on the board.
Yeah,
that
I can.
people
Yeah,
can't
that
go
works
to.
very well.
Sometimes the best ability is just threatening.
So
an
Braylon's
ability.
going to shoot back and super stress Manaroo, which is fine. I mean, that happens.
It's not like you're not going to get your focus eventually somehow.
I mean, Palob's job is to generate focus for everybody by running around the edge. You have to kill Palob first on this list. But I tend to use Palob and Fenn as alternate bait.
And
Oh,
that
was a
right
crit
there
That was on
was-
Palob.
No, that was on Manaroo.
Oh, that was on Manaroo? Yeah.
Loose stabilizer.
Loose stabilizer. So if you do a white maneuver, you get a stress, I think is what that one is.
That sounds correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but with all the stresses, I don't think you'd be doing any whites
it's,
anyways.
it's fine. It's fine.
We're good here. We're gonna be all right.
Unless you're playing a sloopy sloop.
Well, Fenn blocks the sloop right now, it looks like, from Manaroo. But yeah. And I can't go to the right. So, Mike makes a good move, or I guess I can tip it off. Mike makes a good move here. His Rex and his Braylon are pointing towards the right edge of the board, and Jess is pointing towards the top. So, you're going to see here, I'm hoping he turns into the fight, which is what a lot of new players tend to do. They want to keep pressure on, but Jess will be out on the island against essentially 3 of my ships.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to do is, especially with these types of ships that Mike's flying, is bail out and then reform and then come back around in formation. But you need to have the patience to do that and the skill to be able to, reform them back into their little box.
I was about to say, how long has Mike actually been running this list? It seems like it's been going on quite a while.
Like 2 months.
Yeah, a couple months.
Couple months.
In active tournaments, so
Yeah, because
for a pretty long
he's
time.
very comfortable with the list and how it
Yeah,
plays.
he's gotten
Mhm.
a lot better. People I've seen run different formations. There's a guy from Austin named Gene who runs it in a T formation. So he has Biggs at the back and then the other
Yeah,
guys
just like
across
a-
the
Yeah,
front
I
of the line.
actually played him at the
Store
our store championship. He played. Yeah, that's where I learned all my so-called strategies and tactics against this list.
What is your strategy?
Turns out.
So you're running what? Dash Miranda?
I was running Dash Miranda.
Uh-huh.
It was a different kind of dash, not the lone wolf or push a limit or anything. I made my own kind. And
you're your own man.
yeah, I'm my own man. I do my own thing.
So here, Jess is bailing down and doing the right move, which is to bail out and then reform, because you can see that Fenn rouse coming in hard. So
Absolutely, yeah.
if he didn't do that, he would have taken a range 1 shot from Fenn rouse with the target lock focus, which is
Okay, so I got a
fun.
bite. What is the EPT you put on your dash then if it's not lone wolf or PTL?
Expertise.
So I hope that means that and that's with the HLC, I assume.
Oh yeah, you can always run HLC.
How many points is your freaking dash?
He was
That's a lot.
55,
55, 56.
something like that.
Okay, well, I mean,
Somewhere in there. I mean-
mine's still like 52 or 53. So
I mean, he's in the same ballpark as the push, really, with Kyle or Kanan or
yeah,
what
'cause
have
the
you. But
expertise is only one more than PTL, and it's 2
Yeah.
more than lone wolf. So
right, and then also run with because I don't I couldn't afford engine, and I don't have
Right.
the action economy really for much repositioning.
okay,
So I chose to put an Intel agent on him
okay,
to deal with like the higher PS aces or whatever, so I can see where they're going to go, and I can determine, okay, if they're going to end up here, what kind of repositioning abilities they have, and then if I need a barrel roll or not. But to get back on the topic of Gene and his junkyard list, the strategy I stumbled upon was...
So this is right there, I put a 1 straight down to try and quote-unquote boost forward, knowing that I couldn't make it, but what it does, it lets me see if I can do a straight move the next turn, if I wanted to do that and not hit the rock.
See,
So I barrel rolled instead because it was kind of tight.
game in the system.
Well, you gotta win.
all right, DJ Khaled, is that all you do? Just win, 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 no matter what.
No, I lose a lot too.
But you won this one,
Spoiler.
No.
Maybe.
possibly.
Yeah, so I passed the target lock to Fenn, and then I was using different target lock, so I just swapped out which one was on it. So Fenn has just target lock now. And range 3 into Jess.
Seems good. So does 3.
So
hits.
did you
Focus.
not pass the target lock?
Oh,
I did, I passed
wow.
it
You did?
Look at
I
this.
passed
guy.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so Manaroo target locked the previous turn, and then passed it all over to Fenn, so that Fenn would have focus target lock basically.
So why didn't you pop the plasmas right there?
I think I forgot I had them, or I was waiting for Braylon, so I could
okay.
do one of the two. The smart move is I was waiting for Braylon. The real move is probably I forgot I had them.
It is what it is.
I mean, the reality is the plasmas are on there just to take care of Miranda, because I can get all the shields off in 1 shot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you roll. You're just like, all right, you had 4 hits. I'm just gonna take all the shields.
Yeah.
Manaroo has a shot on Jess through the rock. Looks like.
Yeah, I'll roll my 2 dice tier 4. We'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, these shots with Manaroo are just to grab a target lock, basically,
Yeah,
to
you're-
pass
you're
the
just
next
pot
turn.
shotting to get, yeah.
That's all I really care about. I don't actually care about... I mean, it'd be nice if I get damage, but I'm not...
Yeah, you're
deluded.
just pot
No.
shotting to set up.
She's a much more expensive version of Captain Rex for you.
Yep. She is my support ship.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that because your support ship has 2 defense dice and 9 hull compared to his 3 defense dice and
3 hole.
3 hull.
Yep. He also costs about half.
No,
probably less than half.
He's 14, and she's... Yeah.
A lot more.
A lot
lot
more.
more.
Well, when you put all the torpedoes and stuff on.
Well, I mean, Manaroo by himself is what, 20?
No, 27, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Braylon has to do... doesn't look like he can actually too hard to the left of the board, towards the left edge of the board, so... they don't have a 1 hard, do they?
No, it's
they're
2 hard,
arcs, they're
2 hard,
still
3
right.
hards.
Okay, yeah, so he probably has to do...
So I'm looking at it right now, and Jess is down to 1 hull left.
Right.
I assume if you can get in there with Fenn and get on Jess, there's just really nothing she can handle with that.
Right, obviously that's the hope, without getting, caught in a trap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you should have the shots before any of his guys do, so you can almost spring the trap and actually put it in your favor almost.
Right. My thought is always with a Braylon or a Stress Hog on the board, I just don't want to get Fenn double stressed if I can help it, because then he's shut down for 2 turns, and that's when he dies, basically.
Yeah,
Well,
and it usually ends up being more than every turn that he's alive at that point.
Because you can't
Yeah, you can't go nowhere.
Without a boost, you can't get out of your own firing arc, so...
Well, then you just
doesn't
need to
work
learn
for
to, instead of using your quote-unquote Boba Fett, why don't you just be a real man and just put the inspiring recruit out there that you don't have to worry about?
You're a real man.
You're a real man?
Be a
I don't
real
think-
man.
I didn't...
I don't think Inspiring Recruit is the ballsy card.
I know.
Compared to Boba Fett, it absolutely is. Is
Plastic
inspi-
I don't know,
spaceships on
I-
the
I-
Is
Saturday
inspiring recruit being copied into an entire army?
I don't know. I think a card that basically symbolizes Boba Fett kicking the Emperor in the ass off of his own ship is more ballsy than, say, Inspiring Recruit, who relieves extra stress, which basically is just a masseuse on your ship, rubbing your shoulders.
Are you defending a man that literally fell into the gut of something stuck in the sand? At least when Palpatine fell, it was through a ship and got thrown by Vader. What's Boba's? Boba got punked out and just dropped.
But he looked
Just
cool doing
dropped.
He did.
He did look cool, especially when he's holding his dad's head.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
But it was in a galaxy long, long ago. When can it be soon enough? So
barrel roll out to try and get a shot on Jess, I think.
now I am curious right here. What are your thoughts on? Now, I know you have to assume that Manaroo's probably out of the fight for 2 rounds.
Right.
What do you think? What is your basically plan ahead at this point? Because I know that you're thinking, he's out of the fight, so I need to get him in
Right.
position.
So my plan with Manaroo was, I'm shooting the plasmas at Jess because I remembered it this time.
Always good.
Just to kill it.
and plus that way he doesn't get the extra, range
You
bonus.
get the most efficiency this way.
and then roll
so the-
paint. Yeah, sure, whatever.
And then chips. No, you don't have chips. You have all
No,
thrusters.
I have auto thrusters.
Oh, look, it's blank.
Reroll and
Yeah,
And
just lived.
just-
Just
yeah.
lived. That was 2 hits against. I think. Oh no, she popped the.
Popped
she
the
pops
droid.
That's it.
Okay.
So, yeah,
So a
she-
missile for a droid.
Yeah, it wasn't a good trade. So the problem with Fenn against ships with more than 1 agility is that without guidance chips and shooting plasmas, there's not that much modification to the dice, so you don't get as much as you could hope.
True. And also, once you're running a Tani as opposed to, like, say, expertise or something, you don't
Right.
even have that either.
Yeah. Shooting back, Jess on Fenn.
And just continue to roll paint.
Yeah, 3 hits because it's Jess, and Fenn has auto thrusters and all the other stuff. So, it's
You're
fine.
like, oh, that's cute. You rolled complete paint. I'll just throw these. Oh,
So if you can see where Braylon is, Braylon's pointing back towards essentially where Fenn's coming in. So
Mhm.
that's just a kill box waiting to happen.
Yeah,
Um,
not getting Jess off this round may have been real bad.
that one cost a bunch. And then Palob went too hard towards the bottom left corner of the board, essentially in case Braylon was going to try and loop back around.
Did Rex not have a shot here?
No, he was outside.
Okay.
Yeah, the Fenn and Jess were just
So-
at range 3.
So pretty much what you were saying Mike shouldn't do by turning away with his other 2 ships and turning in with Jess, you're now finding yourself in that position with Finn because
Right.
Palob and Manaroo are way the hell off to the side.
Yep. So if Fenn comes in hard, he's going to end up in a 3-ship kill box with a stress spot.
Man, irony.
Well, if this tournament has taught us anything, fly in formation.
If your ships like to fly, my ships don't like to fly in formation.
Yeah,
they go
I
at
mean-
different speeds, but
I was about to say, I feel like it's strange to me, but Scum seems about to be the only faction that can really run an ace and feel safe with it.
yeah, right now, yeah, that makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
Because and which is sad because it's like they only have one, and after comes out to fix the
Oh,
the
hired
Caraxi.
guns.
Yeah.
Once hired gun comes out, but you're still only talking about they only have really Fenn that's a truly viable.
I mean, Talonbane Cobra with all the Vicasi or whatever that called.
He's,
with a new title. It's,
Well, he's still not going to be another Fenn Rao.
I mean, there's only going to be one Fenn Rao.
But there should only be one Fenn Rao.
Yeah, this game. I love Fenn Rao, but I will fully admit, having basically, I used to run Jake with Prockets, and Fenn Rao is Jake with all-time Prockets, which just is a lot. Plus better defense.
And expertise.
yeah.
What's the what's the generic Kirax? I think he's at pilot skill 5. Doesn't he have a EPT?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
So what do you think of Vicasi titles on all those? Because everything's so much cheaper, and then you can run a Tawny on all those. Have a Tawny fleet of Kiraxes.
That's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
I've seen it done with a Pot Skill 5 Fang Fighters.
Oh yeah.
With the Tawnies, and then
Yep.
who's the other? Not Nadru, the Kados.
Oh, Kados Leechos.
Kados Leechos. Yeah.
I was happy about one. There was one list at this tournament though that I wish we had gotten on camera. It's actually the list I ended up facing the last round. I forget his name. It's the gentleman who never wears shoes.
David Koss, the hippie.
Yes.
Yeah, the hippie. He's the one that won it, didn't he?
No.
No, it didn't.
No. He was the one. He was the crazy person
No,
who
that
came
was-
in with the
That one was-
5.6.
Yeah, he runs
with
5.6.
5.6 with Mangler
With
cannon
Mangler
and
cannons.
Yeah.
oh my.
It is
How I beat that list, I still don't know. I got him to chase my dash, and was able to never take more than two Mangler cannon shots in a single round. I somehow was able to keep out of range.
So he's coming slow. He
here
did
comes the
a
kill
one
box.
with so he's setting up a kill box here.
It's probably a
As
2 bank,
as he should.
2 straight.
Yeah, 2 straight, just self bump. Just make
Yep.
sure you get it.
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah, he's fine.
I think he should have done the 2 bank though.
No, I like that actually right there because it's highly unlikely that Fenn's
Rex isn't going
diving
to
out
do
here.
damage anyway. The modification doesn't really matter that much. So
He just wants to make sure that Fenn's not throwing an extra die.
No.
and Palob's hanging out because that's what he does. He's just generating focus.
Yes.
All right, I think this is my call. I think you bail up.
Call it
No,
out.
never mind. Before I even called it, I was gonna say left bank or something up towards you or something.
See, I was
So-
I was thinking you might have the heart out, but yeah.
I wanted to bail out and make sure that I didn't get dropped in the kill box.
Yeah.
So
That is always a very
then-
satisfying feeling.
Manaroo's coming in to set up a torpedo shot right here. That's why I barrel rolled in between the rocks. It's pretty obvious, but sometimes you gotta do that.
Yeah. See, I always enjoy that when you tease them into getting the kill box, and they're like, well, you just gotta kind of go for it, and then all of a sudden it's like you can cause them to just go the exact wrong direction. Sometimes you just gotta lay that juicy target out there and just hope that they go for
and
it.
get them to commit to the wrong gap. So Manaroo can close into the lane that they committed to now, and Fenn can actually flank them from the side. come
Yeah,
around.
because I assume you're probably gonna hard left 1 this next turn and then just boost.
Yeah, a 1 or a 2 probably, just to try and make sure you get the right angle on it. They can see it and they can turn, but if they do that, then Manaroo's coming up on their side with torpedoes.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, if
Rex
it
shot at Fenn, and Fenn rolled like 17,000 dice, so he's fine.
And still only 2 evades.
Yeah, and still only 2. That's true.
But that's all you needed, so it's okay.
Yep. What were you saying, Blake?
So it looks like how it's going to play out is you're pretty much putting Finn in the kill box in exchange for putting, if I'm reading right, like Manaroo into a kill box.
Right. So
Which, being at 3 health, you're very likely about to die getting shot at by a T-70, the Arc, and
yeah.
maybe the TIE Fighter. Who
The
knows?
TIE Fighter.
Maybe the
I mean,
TIE
all he
Fighter.
does is
I mean, he
put
did put the
on-
direct hit on Finn,
Yeah,
so you
all
don't
he
know.
does is deal direct hits.
But I mean, it seems like you're going to. Yeah, it looks like you'll change Jess Pava for Manaroo.
right.
That's.
Which is perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially since you're looking at the fact that even if you didn't have initiative here, you still have simultaneous fire because
Right.
everyone's PS4 below.
Yep.
Yeah.
But with you having initiative, it actually makes it even better because then you could possibly just set them up in a spot where they just can't handle it.
So I've already got the target lock on Jess, so the thing I need to be careful of is to make sure that I don't overshoot and Jess can jump into
Get
range.
the range 1 and
On
then you're just,
on suppressive fire, if let's say there's somebody who's a PS2 for some odd reason,
Right.
and Rex puts suppressive fire on someone, then
Mhm.
the PS2 puts them down. Does suppressive fire still carry through until the next round, or does it go away as soon as Rex is gone?
It doesn't. I don't think it goes away until the conditions are.
I think it says it goes away as soon as Rex can't shoot again. Or-
Yeah. So if Rex
so
dies,
if he dies,
clear.
then it clears it.
Yeah.
I think Kylo is the only one
yeah,
that stays
oh,
around.
that's right. Yeah, because Kylo is the only one that stays around after he
stays
dies.
around.
Everybody else, it sticks around until they die.
And who says Wicca players don't know their rules?
Except maybe
Me,
Hux,
us.
but no one runs Hux.
We're really bad.
We're trying, okay?
I feel like we made some pretty. I don't know. I feel like there were some pretty difficult calls at the store championship that we got mostly right. I made one bad call, but then I fixed it the next round.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Would this be the one that nubs don't count for shooting?
No, I got that one
apparently
right. Nubs do not count for shooting, only for moving. No, it was Millennium Falcon, Sloop Title, Kanan Jarrus, and Inspiring Recruit.
Okay.
And he basically had a stress token, wanted to know if he could do the sloop. Remove the stress token with Kanan, and then flip around, get the stress token back, and then use Inspiring Recruit to take it off again or something like that.
No.
Well, so you can't do the sleep anyways if you're already stressed.
So Kanan and that's what I thought initially.
You
Kanan
can
and
stack it.
Falcon are the same window, and so Braylon's coming into the lane there, so he's doing a 3,
And then the one straight.
And I made a mistake here, as you're going to see in 2 seconds, and because I knew I was going to lose Manaroo this turn no matter what, so and I really wanted to get the stress spot or gunner off of or the stress spot off of Braylon.
Oh, and you move
So I
target
shift
lock.
the target lock over because I thought
And you didn't think that Jess would be coming in like
I
that?
didn't. I thought Jess was going to come in. I thought Braylon's got 3 shields and 1 evade die, and I'm going to roll a crit no matter what. So if he whiffs the evade, then I can basically get the crit in. But that was bad math.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna stick.
And take a drink.
Oh,
Special
yeah,
shot.
hold on.
There you go.
Ah, we forgot to start.
I know. I've hit about 4. Rocks.
It's okay. I make no judgments because I have shaky hands, and yeah, I screw it up all the time.
Yeah. It's
Like,
not
I'm pretty
good.
sure if I play at Worlds, people are going to be like, yeah, we're going to need you evicted because you can't do this.
Never play on camera.
Oh, no, I want to
'Cause
play
then
on camera.
The internet will hound you.
Okay, the internet's going to get me for being a fat ass. I don't give a shit what they had to say about my flying ability. It's like, oh my god, he's so fat.
And Palob does Palob things. And just generates focus.
You know, I would hate the Hawk so much less if it just had a halfway decent dial. Like,
I mean,
I know,
it's
but
fine. I've been
Whoa.
running Hawks for a while. I used to run Janors and Jake with Prockets. And then like Key and Farlander. That was a list for a while.
yeah, because you just want to throw as many red dice as possible. And be
Yeah,
like,
that's fun.
"Whee."
Why did I bank there? I think I was afraid of Braylon turning into that lane and catching Fenn Rao with the double stress. So I wanted to kind of skirt the edge a little bit. If I turned in, then I would have, been better.
So it looks like we're about to have that torpedo shot.
Yeah, this was a mistake. I mean, this is gonna go fine. Totally fine. Proton torpedoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on Braylon, rolling 4, spend the focus, get a target lock.
That's pretty
blah, blah,
paint
blah.
right there.
All that stuff.
It's a
Yeah.
blinker.
A whiff?
It's a whiff.
No, he rolled an evade.
Did he?
Yep, I took the shields and it
didn't
work.
get the Boba Fett.
Nope, he murders me now. If I'd left it on,
Oh,
I could have killed
you
Jess.
were not range 1 at least.
And then, yeah. 3 hull, I probably could have survived without Jess on the board, but simultaneous fire, that's what I wasn't sure about. So, that was the wrong call to make, but I don't know. For some reason, I felt like I was behind and needed to ship him in.
And another
That's
crit.
a
That was
crit
the
on
stun pilot.
Manaroo, so
On
stun
Manaroo.
pilot.
Sun Pilot was for
But-
the death, though.
Yeah, if you
death in
bump,
there.
you take a
Yeah.
damage, which at this point in time doesn't matter. Because Rex is going to shoot, and all Rex does is do hits. And
That killed
Yep,
it right
that's
there.
it.
See, Captain Rex.
yep, Captain Rex.
Got the
Oh,
direct
yeah.
hit and killed Manaroo.
And said throw 1 die, jerk.
Yep. have your husk of a ship throw 1 die.
See, it's not just me.
Get
I'm not the only one that
suppressed.
sees it.
What's what is it we see here, sir?
Captain Rex is an asshole.
Captain Rex is the best 14 points ever created.
Oh, he is. Like depending on what side of the,
Better
the
than
list you're
Wampa?
on.
Wampa's 14 points.
Wampa needs help.
Yeah, I was about to say Rex can pretty much get slotted into any rebel list that has 14 points available.
That's true. You do need a pout
And
backup
you
for
got, otherwise Wampa is just way too inefficient for.
Right. You're throwing 2, so that means a quarter of the time you're going to get a crit. 1 out of 4 times. Yeah, that's not.
And
He's not
that's
going to
out
live
of 2
through 4.
dice. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he'll
not
get a
gonna
raise
live long
before
enough.
then.
Yeah.
The only other thing you can do is run with a youngster who has
Right.
calculation.
Yeah.
Or not calculation.
So there's about 15 minutes left in the match, and Mike is up on points because he took out my Manaroo, and I've taken out his bigs. Although the rest of his guys are kind of struggling.
Yeah, but they are all small base, so there is no half points in this. It is all or nothing.
That is true.
But the nice thing is, where you have Fenn, who if you can avoid Braylon just firing back at you,
Right.
you've got them in a pretty rough spot here. I feel like.
The other thing is, I was able to bait Mike to take the lanes that he did, so he's always been kind of in those four rock clusters right there. He wasn't kind of in the more open area, and in the formation, that's kind of hard to get through. It makes it harder, at least.
I will say, however, for those of you who haven't noticed, both Luke and Mike are sporting the Ursa Squadron shirts in both rounds 2 and 3, and I understand for those of you who wish to have them, but you can't. But you can be jealous because those are our shirts, and you don't get to have them. So
they are famously worn by the Proto Ursa Nick Bell at Top 4 Worlds.
Was he in the top 4 at Worlds? I don't believe I heard that.
He finished in the top 4. The original Ursa member, Nick Bell.
Well, good for us. Not that he ever really flew with us that much, but at the same time,
I mean, he went to Baylor. He learned how to play X-Wing in Waco.
all of these things
you can't
are
forget
accurate.
your roots.
That's true. Without the expert tutelage of the Baylor crew, there is no way that he could have ascended to the heights that he did.
I think he basically had to drive to Austin to play anybody because nobody played at the time.
That is true, because at the time I had not started playing yet, and
Yeah.
I think about when I started.
Either.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I started right after he left town, or after he graduated and moved to. I think he went to Arizona,
Yeah,
and then now he's in like Nova region in Maryland, Virginia.
that
kinda
sounds
area.
correct. Yes.
All right, so Fenn shooting Jess, take her off the board, hopefully. Even though she can get 2 rerolls, so he's gonna go. Awesome.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, you're looking for 1 damage here.
Right. But with Jess,
But not with that kind of roll.
nope. Do you spend it? No.
Do it.
No, you can't.
No,
There's
you
no
don't
way.
do it. Not because she's gonna get all the paint.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna
With
waste
all
it
the
for.
rerolls,
You're
yeah.
gonna get it for 1. No, there's no way. I'd rather have the defense, especially with Fenn only sitting at 2 health. I mean,
Right.
one bad roll can just be the end of you.
Oh yeah. All right, Palob has a downtown shot. It looks like. On
It also has a
Jess.
bump onto Rex. It appears a bump onto Rex.
Yep. Yeah. Take a drink. Crap. Sorry. Oh, I'm so clumsy.
Hey, it's okay. Like I said, if it was a drinking game, no play watching my matches.
Right.
I throw.
Oh, there
no
went Jess.
judgment.
And Jess, second shot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jess went down the first shot.
Pink, pink,
It's
pink.
just
Bye, bye. All right, so now we're kind of facing off a much
All right.
more interesting match.
yeah. So Rex and Braylon versus Fenn and Palob.
And as Bobby was saying, Palob is obviously the kill target, and here he is sitting almost full health in the end game, and I feel like that is going to work well in his favor. Something tells me that TLT is going to ruin people's day.
So Braylon's 32 and Rex is 14. So Mike's sitting at 46, it looks like. And then, let's see. Where's the Mustafar list? Fenn is 35 and Palob's 27. So math,
Math happens, and
50, 62.
okay, so he needs to.
So I'm
He
up on
has to kill
points.
something.
Yeah, he's got to put damage into something. I'm up. I'm also aware at this point in time it's round 3 and I need the MOV to make sure that I finish ahead of people in case I lose in round 4 to Blake, because that happens half the time at the store.
Well, I mean, it's not like you and Blake are arguably the best players at the store. I mean, that's not a thing.
I mean,
Yeah, it's not a thing.
it's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
Not a thing at all.
It's obviously Mike Maurer.
Michael Perry's coming for us.
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah,
Maurer
I mean,
is
you
carrying.
say it.
Mike Maurer is carrying the Ursa box. That thing that. Did you see the box that Will built?
Yeah.
It's he built. So one of our guys is an artist, and he built a little tournament carrying box out of wood that's stamped and
It's super hot.
lined, and it's pretty awesome. And whoever wins tournaments gets to keep it till the next one.
And what made me sad is if we'd only cut the top 8, that would have been mine.
Nah.
The salt.
Some of us wanted to go home, and we voted the room, and people
Yeah.
that didn't want it didn't raise their hands. Apparently,
and I totally understand that. I voted for my top 8, but I feel like even though I got 5th and was the highest finishing not top 4 player.
You were the first.
you also had the weakest strength of schedule of anybody in the top 8.
Yes, but you know what? For all those people who felt like the pairings were unfair, I would like Bobby. How many Waco players did I have to go through to get there?
I think most of them.
Yes, in fact, there were 4 Waco players and 1 player from Austin.
Who did you play from the Waco guys?
First round, I played Brent.
Okay, really good
And-
player.
Yeah,
He finished
which
top
was
8 at Y2 Comics.
Yes.
He had the hardest strength of schedule, so I think he won 2 games
Yes.
of the 5. But he
Yeah, after
basically had to go
round
through-
4, he just got tired.
Yeah, he had to play Steve, who won the whole thing, and said that basically zapped his brain.
Yeah. And then I played a newbie the second round. I don't remember his name.
We can look it up later. So right here, Rex did the K turn and kind of put Fenn in a little mini kill box, except Fenn rolls 5 dice or a million dice at range 1, 4 dice.
Or just
defense.
rolls nothing because he's no longer an art.
Right.
Or is he?
I think I was barrel rolling to try and get out of Braylon's arc. So that's range 3 through the rock. With suppression fire. Oh.
Because obviously that still continues to be a
And
thing.
Braylon, this is the only time Braylon will roll more dice than Fenn. And nothing happens there. Palob is going to shoot 2 dice primary. Oh, somebody bumped the camera. On Rex. and
That
rolls
was not
2
that was
hits.
actually a miniature earthquake that
Miniature
happened.
So got 2
You
hits,
can hear
but
the crowd
Rex
go
dodged.
mild in the background.
Yeah, for this one took a long time, so it was everybody gathered as they finished, and
Yeah.
so that was the reason for the barrel roll, was to get outside Braylon's.
Yeah, I think one of these might have actually been me standing around watching this, because that was after the absolute murder fest that Luke and I put on each other. And when Luke finished with exactly 1 point left on his on his rack, and his rack killed my my dash.
You gotta
one
take
turn
that
first.
decimator out.
Well, no, I actually one-shot Whisper
Oh, okay. Yeah.
through his cloak. I rolled paint on my HLC,
Right.
and he rolled straight blanks.
Yeah, and he whiffs because that's what Whisper does.
Yeah, and it was beautiful, and I thought I had it, and then
and then
then he was just
pulled
like,
2 blinded pilots out and made you cry.
No, it was only one blinded pilot, but that's all that was required.
Right. So at this point in time, Mike knows that he can't focus with Rex or evade, and TIE fighters don't have target lock, so he's basically in a jam because he let Palob live till the end.
Well, I guess about the only thing you can do at this point is barrel roll, or does
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or just not take
forego
an
your
action,
action.
so-
Or,
So Mike's stressed, and he doesn't actually care that much because there's not a lot he can do.
right
you don't need actions anymore.
actions?
Actions
I don't
are-
know, stinking actions.
The problem for Rex is that he lost the suppression fire token off of Fenn because he couldn't shoot him that round, so it actually goes away.
Yeah. And now Fenn says, "Welcome to my world, son."
Pretty much.
Yeah, see, I tried Captain Rex with a hotshot blaster once before, just to get rid of that problem. So I was like, oh.
Oh, you mean for the
You're-
memes?
Hmm?
You're just gonna meme somebody? It's like, yeah, we're gonna hotshot blast you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
thought you were
how
out of
you
art.
feeling about life these days, boys?
Just roll the window down, pop a few shots out the side.
Braylon 3 bank, and Rex is going to do... I think he's just trying to
The
throw
one
blocks.
hard, yep. Trying to throw a block on Palob.
Fenn's just gonna drop a poop shoot and just say, "I'm out here, bitches."
Oh, man. If Fenn could actually drop a poop shoot. And then...
If he could do that, I would hate life
Palob's
more
too
than I
hard
do.
and back, so basically
Yeah.
they're swapping spots from where they were.
And because Mike, I guess, maybe forgot about Palob's ability, took a focus instead of target locking.
No, he's stressed.
Oh, no, I'm talking about with Braylon.
Oh, with Braylon, yeah. I think he forgot about it or whatever. So, I don't think a 1 hard would have made it without hitting that rock, so kept going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think you had to go with
Set up a target lock for the next time, and then we'll see. This is the weird part of the match where Fenn becomes a focus generator with a Tani for Palob, as opposed to usually it's the other way around.
Well, that's because, like you said, the true kill target is Palob.
I mean,
it's just not revealed until the end.
It really is. People don't realize how much damage he does. But when you can strip tokens, basically when
the
you
fact
can
that
deny
you can shut
actions
down,
and mods, the dice, that's why Omega Leader's so good with only, a 2 dice attack.
Yeah.
And now you put a TLT on something.
Did we ever get an official ruling on how Omega Leader interacts with unguided missiles?
With unguided rockets?
Unguided rockets, yeah.
You can't spend tokens. You can't mod dice, so you can't
Okay,
focus.
well, I was curious because it says that you can't, or the only thing you can modify, the only thing you can modify your dice is the spinning it for a focus action.
Right.
And I'm wondering if that overrides the fact that
No.
I think he's asking about like the juke knocking a hit down to a focus.
Oh, to knock it down.
No, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. No, that's
Wait.
not right.
No.
That's not right. I'm sorry.
I don't know. The rule with Omega Leader is no. Or that's always like the rule with
Yeah.
Omega Leader. Can
Just
you?
no.
The answer is no.
No.
Okay, because I know with unguided rockets, about the only things that'll affect them are going to be the only things that affect about unguided rockets. I guess at this point would be suppressifier. So you can have Rex, Kanan, or Omega Leader.
I think it says you can't modify, which means you can't.
No, they can't be modified other than spending focus for focus actions.
Okay. Let me look at the actual ruling or wording on that.
Because I know with Kanan,
Ship
you're
with a
just
missile.
reducing the number of dice, so that's one thing. And then with suppressifier, it's reducing, so those should work that way.
Yeah, so reducing the number of dice doesn't.
Is not actually affecting them. It's just saying you're rolling less.
Z95 said missile slots, right? Yeah. Unguided rockets is
2.
shoot.
Yeah, you're
And
gonna
bomber.
yeah, the bomber.
So yeah, he's gonna try and double stress Fenn there. It looks like.
No, he just moved. He's getting rid of his stress with the Braylon ability. Looks like Palob took another damage.
Yep. And Rex does Rex things, just trying to get some suppressifier shots on.
As he should.
Unguided rockets. Your attack dice can be modified only by spending a focus token for its standard effect. So Sensor Jammer wouldn't work on it.
Correct.
Or Juke. Or wait, Juke is...
No, Juke's
Juke
the
could
other
be
way
the-
around.
would be the other way
It-
around.
Yeah.
It's basically you can't
Yeah.
you can't guide
Sensor
ships
Jammer,
it. You can't target lock. You
right,
can't,
Sensor Jammer doesn't
yeah.
work on it.
You can't
Is there...
Palpatine it if anybody ever runs Palpatine anymore.
Well, if it didn't
I guess
cost
that's
8
true.
freaking
Yeah,
points.
you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
That's interesting.
Like I
but
feel
you basically are giving a ship almost a 3 dice primary, so
basically that's what
gives
you're
them
doing.
something to do, and you weren't using the missile slot anyway.
I do really like putting unguided and what's the new dude the 4 cost double shot or something like that. The new aggressor PS4.
Yeah, I know.
Where
what
he's
you're talking about.
and I had a crazy idea with him. Put snapshot on him, and then you put TLT plus unguided on there. So what you do is
Right, double edge.
Yeah,
Once
double
per
edge.
round after you perform a secondary attack that doesn't hit, you can perform an attack with a different weapon.
yeah. So what
Yeah.
you do is you have your snapshot. So I think snapshot says you can't fire again this round anyway. Though,
This
right?
phase.
This phase.
Yeah, you can't.
So you
shoot during
you
activation.
can't trigger that one.
Right.
But what you can do is you could say I'm going to TLT you first, and then if TLT doesn't hit with the second shot on TLT, it'll trigger, so you could then fire your unguided.
Right. Yeah, that would work. But TLT, you'd have to miss both shots for it to count as a miss.
Would it? You'd have to miss
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, they said you have to. It counts as quote
It's
unquote
one
giant
attack.
Why?
because they hate fun.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the whole idea I had about him now just completely ruined.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
thank you FFG for thinking ahead and stopping me from having fun. I blame you.
It's the
and
same
thank
reason
you.
that you can't Vader in between each TLT shot. I mean, if that were possible to combo something like that together.
Yeah, I guess for reasons, but
So Palob's running towards the edge of the board. Braylon has 2 left, so a TLT will basically kill Braylon at this point in time. And there's probably about what is it? 5 minutes left. Less than that, maybe?
No,
Couple minutes.
just 2.
Oh, 2 minutes. Yeah. So
If
this is
that.
the end of the game.
Yeah, so I think we're about to go.
So we're
it
playing
is
for
go
points,
time.
and if I kill Braylon, that's 30 more points that I get. So seems like a good move.
Yeah. Oh wow, he was going hot on that one. I
Yeah,
got.
he
well,
needs
he's
to
got
get a
Palob down
kill.
to 2. He needs
Yeah.
to kill him to have
Palob's
a
at
chance
2,
of
so
winning.
yeah, if he gets that, and he needs to make sure he's in range 1 of Palob, so Palob can't fire the TLT.
True. Now with Palob at this point, what were you thinking he was going to do? Did you expect this?
I don't remember where we were. I think, I knew he was going to come in as hard as he could, so I needed to make sure. I think I was actually, I knew I could stay outside range 1 of Braylon. I just needed to make sure that Rex didn't do something crazy. And I thought Rex might loop around the other side of the rock and try and catch me.
Sure.
That 2 bank with Palob keeps Braylon at range 2. And then
Just
you can see
barely,
Mike.
just barely though. Yeah.
Right. But just the way it's built. And Palob's double stressed, but Fenn can generate focus tokens because Atani is, dumb, according to some people.
It's not
Yeah.
dumb. It's just overly effective.
It's incredible. There's not a super hard counter to it, so I understand.
Other than a stress bot.
Other than I mean Braylon, but you can avoid it sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. There we go. GG boys.
Yep. Oh, and then
Yep.
we shook and then realized that Rex had a shot. So.
Well,
From
range 3.
downtown.
Now I was about to say it is not quite the GGs, but if Rex was a man among men, he did roll 2 hits.
Because that's what he did.
Oh my god! If this was the moment that you're just like and ruined.
I think.
Oh, out of range.
They're checking arc.
Yeah.
And with the arc it was outside, so it didn't matter either way. There was,
Even,
I still
even
have
killing
one. I
Fenn,
still
though.
have 1 million of these. I'm fine.
yes. Anyway, so yeah. So that was my match against Mike.
Overall, I mean, it was a pretty solid match. I mean, other than a few drinking sessions, it's okay.
Yeah, I have shaky hands.
Oh, it's okay. So do I.
We're clumsy.
All right. So your thoughts on the first 2 rounds so far, Blake? What do you think? You're supposed to think and you're supposed to think and speak at the same time.
I'm kind of like mentally checked out right now because we're doing this at like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, come now. It's 11:03. There's still at least 3 minutes of good in you left. All right, boys. Well, that is it for round 3. We will see. And ladies, I don't want to assume that just men and ladies are here. Everyone is welcome to watch. But we will see you for round 4, and y'all have a wonderful time.